Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. I will never get nobody name up. They was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the Merriman, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with you. Rocket. But look who they said that was Crockett. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
He's been attacking our whole nationality, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to my y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, are they trying to use stuff for content? I said, she gave it to me. This is what I wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Good morning.
I love when Lana pops on. She always brings up that quote. It makes me feel good, especially on a Monday morning, especially a rainy Monday morning like I got here.
Mm-hmm. Is that bad down there, huh?
Man. All right. So Thursday I went to work in my forge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Started working on a knife. This is what I got so far. Not a whole hell of a lot. I got maybe 2 hours in before a patch that I used for my air intake in my forge. Well, it caught fire. Apparently, something that was supposed to be concrete had plastic in it. So, fun time there. Right after that, all the pounding on the anvil actually split the top part of my concrete pillar. So that fell apart. I had to catch my anvil. When I put my anvil down, a railroad spike that had been heating up in there as well started to fall. I'd had it on a heat sink, just something to absorb the heat and cool it down for about an hour. But I had gotten it up to about 1800 degrees prior. So as I set the anvil down, that thing started falling. I'm like, well, that's going to hurt my foot. I need to catch it. I grabbed it, and it was still about 400 degrees. So I burned my 2 fingers. Like, it was a failure cascade. I had 2 actual critical failures and then a safety failure. I haven't been able to patch any of it because the rain. You can't work with concrete in the rain and all that fun stuff. I have been working on my chunk of steel that's supposed to want to be a knife a little bit with files and such, but the actual going is so slow without the hammer.
Let me see who all done tapped in since Trevor's gave us his rendition. Let me shout out to people real quick. Common Sense, good morning. Concrete Jungle, thank you for tapping in. Georgia Boy, Wanda Smith, Michael B, Erica Gaddis, Blakey Gaddis, Terry Nixon, Michelle Smith, Mama Quill Lane in the building, Merck 76, Rhonda Akins, Bonnie Vanner, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. Shout out to my Gaddis clan. Cassandra Scott, good morning. I ain't going nowhere. I wouldn't let you go nowhere. Andre Holland, Reginald Davis, the lovely Carolyn Hendrick, Tasha Lynn, Big Mama Gaddis in the building, Yogi G. And you know we got Miss Karaja Smith and my fellow 7th Wardian. T, what it do? And that's T shooting the shit T from the 7th Ward.
So we got Yogi in chat. Yogi, if you do me a favor and send me a picture of yourself to my email, I got to get a thumbnail with your face on it.
B Riri in the building, Meat Freaks, Barbecue in the building, Mr. Classics, the lovely Lorna in the building. Thank y'all for tapping in on this lovely morning. I ain't happy this morning, Trevor.
No, what happened?
Before we get to these politics, man, I'm gonna go this I gotta say this. And I'm not a Notre Dame fan.
Oh, we talked to
Otis Johnson from Bama, Roll Tide. I gotta be against you today, Otis. Felicia Martinez, thank you for tapping in. Shout out to all my Gaddis clan. I gotta be listen. Notre Dame got cheated out. I hate, you know, and listen, and I'm gonna be honest, my boys wasn't making it. I really shouldn't care, but I don't like how Oregon from the Big Ten and Ole Miss got man, to me, Tulane should not win in over Notre Dame.
I mean, what was Notre Dame's record?
10-2.
10-2, and they didn't get in.
Yeah, they're gonna try to say Miami. Really, what it was, Trevor, to be all the way honest, the ACC was not gonna let Duke represent them. Even though they had a 7-5 record, they did win their conference, but they had to put Miami in over them. And I think that's what hurt Notre Dame. And with that James Madison going to Oregon finna blow them out. I get it, but they're going to end up having to go to 16. It's just...
Which Oregon team are we talking about right now?
Oregon Ducks.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're a good team, though.
That's who James Madison got to play.
Poor guy. Then I see Jaja Boy popping up about them dogs. Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, I mean, Bama shouldn't have got in there. Bama lost. They steady going on. Miss Beverly Biggs Levy, thank you for tapping in. I don't like it. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like it. I don't like the games that they play. You're going to not convince me that Miami deserved to be up in there.
Yeah. I mean, you and I were talking yesterday a little bit about this, like college football, and its tournament structure is not fair. By its very nature, it cannot be fair. Yeah. However, they do need to start embracing trying to bring things closer to fair. I mean, granted, it can never be completely fair, but if you got a 10, you know, what was it, a 10-2 team, and they're just crushed out, just squeezed out, they're not even going to see a playoff, like...
There was no way the SEC was supposed to get 5 teams in. Once again, it's showing too much politicking. Hold up, I got a roll call. Let me get to it. The lovely Felicia Martinez found me a roll call. Mickey's roll call is sponsored by Donald J. Trump for removing ML King and Juneteenth from National Park Free Fee Day, and adds his birthday as a narcissistic was a person. Voting matters. Facts. The lovely Deborah Luna in the building. Miss Beverly Biggs Levy then tapped in. Facts. Tony Terry in the building. What it do? That's what I'm saying. To me, in my humble opinion, Notre Dame should be up in there. But you see, Notre Dame ain't going to their bowl game. They opted out.
No, they said fuck that.
Yeah.
What did you tell me? It was playoffs or nothing is what they said.
Yeah. Baylor opted out too. Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning, but they shouldn't have did it. I'm just saying, in my opinion, this the hypocrisy what they was doing. See, the SEC, I get it. When they was running it, you can make a case for it, but this ain't Nick Saban, Alabama. And you don't keep getting chances like that. And I know I'm gonna piss a couple people off, but this was the same thing that happened to LSU when they won. See, they've been cheating for the SEC. But to them, they was playing the best football, but it was no way when Bama got to win it, but they won. Georgia beat them in the SEC championship game. They shouldn't have been playing Bama again. Same thing with LSU. You don't get you know what I'm saying? But Nick Saban earned the credit that they got. I just feel like Kellen DeBoer, Bama shouldn't keep getting that same, they still riding off of what Nick Saban did.
I really think it comes down to money. Like, which school's pulling the most money? Notre Dame, they've kind of fallen off in popularity the past, 15 years.
They
I see more people running around yelling, roll tide than I ever have before. I'm living around here by fucking Georgia Bulldogs, which, by God, disgusting. I see more of them running around than anything. Hell, I saw them when I was living up north, when I was living all the way in Arizona. Notre Dame, I don't see as many people repping the Fighting Irish as I used to.
Okay.
I think it's just money based. I mean,
they was just in a championship game last year.
Mm-hmm.
They fan base travels. If you talking about money, they fan base travel. Ain't no motherfucker finna come see Tulane play Ole Miss and get blew out. Ain't nobody finna go see James Madison go play Oregon and get blew out. You'll see when them games right there don't be packed.
I think I'm talking less about the stadium packing and more about the alumni and how much they throw in. Because stadium sales, I don't think account for nearly as much for a winning team as alumni donations.
Do you know how much money you can probably make in one day? I mean, on one weekend for the game? Like the big house hold over 113. Just imagine, and them tickets ain't cheap.
Take a look at some of the dowries these winning schools pick up, dude. Like, they're fucking massive. We're talking billions.
No, they able to do that now.
They
able to do that now. What's up, Marcia A. Tarbert in the building? Let me see. They kept undefeated Florida State team out a few years ago because of that. But see, that's the BS. That's what I'm saying. See, that's the BS that they be playing.
Jaja boy, you can go find yourself a corner, buddy. Don't be talking about my Cowboys like that.
He said he ate them both. That's the point.
We can throw some hands here in a minute.
Hey, Georgia boy, you right on that. They finna force. What's up, James? Coming in from Boston. What they finna do, man. They gonna make Notre Dame have to join because all the other sports is in the ACC, except they football. They finna make them have to join the conference, and I get it because it's about dollars and cents. But Notre Dame shouldn't have been left out. Miami deserved to be up in there, I believe, but Notre Dame don't represent nothing. They independent, so it was like they was not going to leave an ACC team out. They wasn't going to send Duke, but this the craziness. You would send a James Madison or a Tulane over a Notre Dame.
Let's see. There's Marcia with me. And Cowboys fans unite. But yeah, no, I see a lot less Fighting Irish running around than I used to, dude. Like, hell, even down here, I'm seeing Michigan and Spartan fans more than I'm seeing them Leprechauns running around.
Dude, they got a fan base is all I'm telling you. Notre Dame fan base travels. That's all I can tell you. But that was them telling them you finna join the conference. And with Notre Dame bucking the system, we ain't going to our bowl game. That was a knock to the NCAA. Okay, since you did that, that's why you see Baylor opting out. They don't want to go. That's why I'm telling you they're going to have to go to 16 teams. When they started this playoffs, they played themselves with them bowl games was going to mean something. And all I want to do, where my Chicago fans at?
I know we got a few of them running around. I know
ain't nothing been talking junk. I ain't heard nothing from them Ohio State fans. I ain't heard nothing. I ain't been hearing nothing from y'all. Y'all beat Michigan. Oh, they was talking Detroit Lions got beat. All y'all was up in here talking cash. I ain't heard nothing from y'all.
Shit on them Lions.
I don't know because we chose. Oh, Dallas is your team, ain't it?
Hey, Mickey, I'm gonna have to remind you of your own words. It's not Thursday today, is it? No, that's in the past. That's in the past, buddy. We'll see what happens this week.
We ain't tripping. We got the Rams this Sunday. My bad,
We got an
Sunday.
easy win.
Concrete, we only have a game out. Don't worry about it. That fifth loss coming from the D. That's all I can tell you. I can see how this going to play out. This going to come between Detroit and Chicago who get in the playoffs. And Detroit going to spank that Heine. Hey.
Just as a reminder, the first bear hunting season in Florida in damn near 2 decades just started up.
And guess what we finna go do? Bear hunting.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We got to deal with the Ram. We already deal with a Cowboy. We put them to sleep. We put them to sleep.
I'm tired of the Lions talk, but by God, I will tolerate Lions a lot more than the Bears. Oh boy, the Bears.
He said, "Still, hey, you right. You one game ahead of Detroit Concrete until the end of the season. Then we're gonna be a game ahead of y'all because we're gonna be in the whoop y'all twice. You know, we already came to the Shy and whooped y'all. We stumped y'all out in the Shy. We whooped y'all. We just whooped y'all. I think
getting fucking dominated in a home game is fucking pathetic.
Yeah, and that's what happened. We went to Chicago on the South Side and handled business. That's what we do. That's what we do. We handle business. Hold on. I think I got some stuff going on. I got to see. You know, today is council day.
Yeah.
Today is Judgment Day.
They should have already released a whatchamacallit.
That's what I'm over.
Let me go. I fucked that real quick. Sorry, family show. My bad. Let me go. I check that.
Yeah, I was looking for it myself. I know Winter's got it in our group because I'm in our group now.
Agenda for 12/8 regular meeting, and we've got special affairs committee meeting. Let's see what's going on in special affairs today.
Come on with it.
Reading of that, public comment, council response, consent agenda, resolution, grant extension budget amendment to the 2022 BJA fiscal year 22 Office of Justice Programs Community-Based Violence Intervention and Prevention Initiative. Well, that program's already failed. Go ahead and throw it to the wayside. Appointments, reappointment Hurley Board of Hospital Managers, Connie Edwards. Ordinances, Code Amendment Ordinance Chapter 35, Personnel Article 5, Working Conditions. An ordinance to amend the Flint City Code of Ordinances by amending Chapter 35, Personnel Article 5, Working Conditions by amending Section 35 through 89, Holidays. Well, that's fucking trying. That's not very descriptive. It doesn't tell us a blessed thing that they're trying to do. Then we've got.
Oh, hold up, God! You ain't put them on the screen. Can't nobody see?
Oh, you want me to? Yeah, okay, I'll do that. No problem.
Yeah, you just ran through that like it wasn't nothing.
Because
oh, my bad, Miss Terry Nixon. Because I was finna pull it up, but you already wanted to pull it up. So this that cup right here. This that cup right here.
All right, so the ones I've already gone through. This one here, honestly, it's a failure. Violence in the city of Flint still skyrocketing. I'd say throw it away, get something new. That's the Community-Based Violence Intervention and Prevention Initiative. Looks like they want to throw more money at it. Next up was appointments for the Hurley Board of Managers. Then we got the ordinance for holidays, which it doesn't say which holidays they're looking to include or exclude. It just says they're looking to amend it. And then finally, special orders and discussion items. Discussion items, sign language interpreter. So what, they just want to talk about it? You haven't had one for so long, and now you actually care about the deaf.
A deaf of what? Hold on, what meeting is that?
Deaf. This is the special, God damn it. The Special Affairs Committee.
Special Affairs, okay. Candace. So they only got, 4 agendas? I mean, because,
1, 2, 3, 4, and then adjournment.
Yeah, okay. So what was the last one?
Discussion for a sign language interpreter.
They ain't gonna get one.
No, I mean, for the peanuts they're offering plus the BS you have to put up with up there. And to be honest, I wouldn't trust one anyway. Whoever they appoint is usually gonna do the same thing that Paul does and cut important parts out that make certain people look bad.
Paul's still running it. What you talking about?
I'm talking about the sign language interpreter. Like, she says it's not important. Whatever. Like,
what's good morning, no trouble. Yeah, this is crazy.
I can't trust it.
So okay, so it said I see with no trouble saying the holidays were on the agenda at the last meeting. I think they already pushed that to council, so that'll probably be on the one that it went to council.
So, let me stop sharing this for a sec and go backwards, just because I don't like all my tabs and all my everything being shown.
No, for sure.
Here's the regular meeting.
Mrs. You know who. Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Said interpreter is needed. They don't care.
Is needed, but do we trust it? Whoever they're going to appoint is going to be someone that is going to be more sympathetic to one cause over another and might clean up some things, is all I'm saying there. Right? The same way that Paul will cut parts of the city feed. And then when it comes to later replays, if you come back and watch it later, you'll hear sound go out, or you'll see a hard cut between, 5 minutes to 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Those 3.5 minutes are missing. That was something, usually important. All right. And then we've got this. This is the regular meeting agenda final for today at 5:30, being presided over by Liddell.
Family, get there. Hold on before you go forward. Mm-hmm. The meeting started at 4:30. Get there at 4 o'clock.
Yep.
Sharon, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Get there at least 4:15 because Davina, as I was at that meeting Saturday, y'all might have didn't hear because I didn't start recording to Rivet, Kristen McDonald Rivet came. But I'm telling y'all now, Davina was taking the 5 slips, was only leaving 5 out there. So Kenneth, good morning. So get there because Davina, really what it was, Trevor, they don't want people. Just say you was running late and I got there early. Davina don't, Miss Eunice, thank you for tapping in. Davina
they don't want you filling out a slip for me to speak.
Facts. And that came out at the meeting Saturday. Because she went, Judy the one threw him up under the bus on it. But it was Candace Mushat who did it. But like I say, Davina's going along with the BS because it said nowhere in the charter Davina could have did that. So to me, it's like they don't want certain people to be talking to get up there on council. So I'm just telling y'all, get there 4:15.
Here's something funny right here. Call to order. The city clerk, Davina Donahue, shall informally call this city council meeting to order for the purpose of electing a city council president in accordance with section 3201B of the Flint City Charter. That's probably going to be the only thing she does. She should be running the entire thing, but she won't.
Davina supposed to be running it until they get a new president. Exactly. She ain't doing none of that. Alan, thank you for tapping in. You're right, B. Marie. Davina said Vice President Candace Mushat told the clerk only 5 speaker slips at a time.
And she can't do that.
No, and she can't because it's not in the charter that says she could do that.
Honestly, if you guys show up today and you only see 5 speaker slips, take a picture of it, find a lawyer, and sue for Open Meetings Act violations. Because you, as the public, whether you live in Flint or not, if you are present and you wish to speak, you have the right to speak. If they only have 5 speaker slips, they are regulating your right to speak. They're saying they're doing it in considerations of time, but that's not in the Open Meetings Act. The Open Meetings Act says nothing about considerations of time, only good order. Which means if someone goes up there and starts spouting threats or X, Y, and Z, then they can remove you. But just because you say something they don't like, they can't. And that's exactly what they're trying to limit.
That's why I say Davina's in on the BS. Davina knew that. Davina wasn't supposed to go. She doing what because she going along with the BS. And that's why I say Davina need to go too. Because Davina playing too many games.
And when you find yourself that lawyer, go ahead and find the video, wherever it may be, of Davina telling Candace Mushat, or sorry, vice versa, Candace Mushat telling Davina only put 5 slips out. Then you sue Davina, you sue counsel, and you sue Candace in both her official and personal capacity.
Yeah. This
Put a
stuff
lien on
need to
that
be,
house.
yeah, this stuff need to be done because she's getting, you know, they doing what they want to do. Facts, Alan. Violations of open meeting acts, First Amendment violations, and so on. Yeah, because Davina going along, and what's sad is she the clerk and she know better.
She should know better. It's part of the clerk's duties to act within the law.
She acting outside.
Whether she is given instruction or not, it is her duty and part of her job description to act within the law. And if she is given instructions outside of the law, she is to ignore those and follow the law, because that law was set up by a far higher body than Flint City Council. That was set up by the state legislature in the state constitution.
And that's why I say I couldn't trust the person that's up under Davina. Like that to me, the whole clerk thing is rotten to the core. And I like Salt and Pepper that be there at council, but as far as that Davina and Gloria, Lord have mercy. That's all I can say. Pray for Flint.
Right? I mean, Davina says that she's a independent, that she has her own agency. Well, then she is independently and of her own agency and accord breaking the law and limiting your rights. I'd sue the hell out of her. No car, the house gets a lien. I mean, you're going to owe me a lot, because the violation of a right, first, a constitutionally protected and recognized right, First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third, Fourth, all the way up through, technically Eighth, because Ninth and 10th have to do with regulating state and federal governments, but all the way up to that is a massive deal. The Supreme Court has said that there is no valid, in other words, there is no upper limit to the damages that can be paid for the loss of a right or the loss of a use of a right, especially illegally. So I would go after that. Any lawyer worth their salt that wants a decent little payday is going to be jumping at a case like that.
No, she should be, because what Davina did was diabolical, and it's like she like I say, to me, she got to take blame for what happened to Delegate Sandy and her daughter getting a year of probation. What's up, H. Spratt?
And here's the funny thing, Marcia. It's not a new council rule per se. It's an administrative procedure is how they're getting around it without a vote on council to only put out 5 slips. Oh, well, we just want to reduce clutter is going to be the official statement. We just want to reduce people signing the slips and then leaving, and now we're wasting time calling names out there. It doesn't matter. What you're actually trying to do is limit people from speaking and making a fool of you when they point out your lies and your hypocrisy.
Well, Davina said she wanted to be Scott's honor, where you only fill out for you. The whole thing was she didn't want other people filling out for people.
A Scout's honor. I mean, if I want to trust Scout's honor, then I need counsel to start acting on Scout's honor and actually following through with what they say and not lying to me once a week.
But see, that's the thing. They want to hold other people to a standard that they won't hold themselves to. And and that's just my humble opinion. Like I say,
they held May, or they censored Mays, and I do believe suspended him for cussing. And yet you can't go a meeting without hearing someone drop the F-bomb.
I mean, because when you got your 5 votes, as they didn't have, and sometimes they didn't have 6. When you got your votes and you can do what you want to do, just look at Tanya. That's why voting matters. That's why, to show you voting matters so mad, why you think they had to cheat? Do you think people would cheat if voting didn't matter? That's how important that 3rd ward seat was. That's how important that 1st ward seat was. That's how important that 7th ward seat was. It was so important that he would go to his listen. Hey, facts, B. Marie. Facts. It wasn't a problem. Listen, that didn't become a problem until this crew got in charge. It was not a problem. You're right, B. Marie. But what people do is not Davina. Right. But see, she didn't put herself in it like Mays when he told Candace, you in it now. See, Davina want to play that on innocent role, she's in it now. And that's my thing with it. When you in it, you in it. Ain't no you can go back. Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah, let's get to it. That's the first resolution.
First resolution would be if they agree on this Edwards human in the special affairs, and then voting to actually appoint in
pointing to where?
The Hurley Board of Hospital Managers.
And what's his first name?
I can't even try that. That's
I got
Corinne.
Kareem.
I'm not going to butcher that name.
Oh, okay. You said Corine. Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got accept 250402-T, accept a donation from the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity, Zeta Alpha B chapter, Kettering University, to the Flint Fire Department. They had accepted a donation of $3,762.
Oh, wow. To the Hurley board. Oh, that's Clyde's, allegedly. That's Clyde's wife.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Their next one is accept support services funding incentive, workforce innovation, and Opportunity Act for the Genesee Shiawassee Thumb Michigan Works for the Flint Fire Department resolution resolving. They never give me any information when they write this BS up. I hate this copy and paste.
Well, it's probably going to pass.
Purchase turnout gear for 5 firefighter trainees, and to appropriate the incentive funding award for revenue and expenditures for fiscal year 26 in the amount of $7,500, and to record the funding incentive award under the revenue reimbursement account. And for the resolving that the Division of Purchases and Supplies is hereby authorized to issue purchase orders to the fire department approved vendors for the purchase of turnout gear and equipment not to exceed $7,500 for the fiscal year of 26. Note, the Flint City of Flint Fire Department received a funding incentive award under WIOA through the GST. Can you stop giving me these acronyms? In the amount of $7,500 to purchase turnout gear and equipment for 5 newly hired firefighter trainees hired August 2025, and participated in the Michigan Works Intake Program. Cool. Accept or support services and funding through the same groups for the fire department. This one is purchase turnout gear for 8 firefighter trainees, not to exceed $12,000.
Well, that's gonna pass.
Contact Crim Fitness Foundation Flint, CAST community-based mindfulness trainings. Oh boy, I love these initiatives because they always turn out to be a dead fish. Resolution resolving that the appropriate city officials are hereby authorized to award RECAST funding to enter into a contact with Crim Fitness Foundation for the 12-month grant period from September 30th, 2025 through September 29th, 2026. They're a little late on this. In a total amount not to exceed $104,543 for services relating to Year 5 of the Flint RECAST program, including community-focused classes and civic leadership training for Flint community members. Before we go any further, I want to see Mr. Pfeiffer, Ms. Burns, Mrs. Jerry Winfrey Carter, or Mr. Jarrett to ask what the results of these have been, since they're continuing on to a 5-year program. I want to see what the returns have been, what the effects have been, if there's been any positive outcomes. And I mean tangible outcomes, not some out there willy-nilly, I feel this. No, I mean show us the results of these programs. Otherwise, you're just throwing away $104,543.
Wow.
And if this is Flint coming into it and starting a 5-year program, okay, why don't they get information from other cities that have gone into it and other communities to show their tangible successes. I want to see where that 105, basically, yeah, $105,000 rounding up is going and what is actually going to do to benefit the city, because feelings ain't doing no one no good. Feelings are just pissing money down, right? You have to show actual end-based results. If you want money, that's how it should be. I'm sorry, we've gotten off into this how people feel and this synergistic corporate tagline, and it just turns out to be a waste of money, not just in the government sector, but in the private sector. And we see a lot of businesses going under because they're trying these initiatives that aren't fucking working. And the last thing Flint needs to be doing is pissing away money.
Luana Terry, good morning. Marseille Tarver said, who was the check made out to?
Authorized to award RECAST, capital R, lowercase e, capital CAST, funding to enter into a contract with CRIM Fitness Foundation. No, Crim Fitness Foundation will enter a performance-based contract over the duration of the grant program, providing mental health training as a partner on Flint RECAST in collaboration with
Recast.
Sure. I see that little E and it just makes me want to say it like that. So we'll say Recast.
Right.
In collaboration with the City of Flint administration. Right there. I can't trust it now because City of Flint administration. Why are you going to trust anything of Neely's minions? Hell, I can't say anything about that. I can't. Okay.
What's the next one?
Grant acceptance for fiscal year 26 budget amendment, CS Mott Foundation, event policing and public safety. All right, I might be able to get behind this.
Okay, that's a grant. That's what they're getting awarded, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure I heard what you read.
Resolution resolving that the appropriate city officials are authorized to do all things necessary to accept and abide by the terms of CS Mott grant in the amount of $130,000 to appropriate revenue and expenditure amounts using grant code PCSM Parks 25. Amend the fiscal year 26 budget to make the grant funds available in the current and any subsequent fiscal years that funding continues to remain available from the grantor. Note, these funds will be used for public safety coverage at downtown events, including traffic redirection and street closures. So if you ain't downtown, you ain't going to see nothing about this. But hey, if you do go downtown, you might be a little bit more protected. We'll see.
So that's just paying for security when they having events downtown, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is
maybe 810 Day will get some security this time.
Maybe.
Who knows? Let's go.
So looking at it, be used for public safety coverage, so to cover some cops overtime, because they're currently massively understaffed, as well as to pay for traffic redirection and street closures. Hell, some of that money might get kicked to the sheriff's department if they can't get enough cops, like city cops.
Hey, well, they got 100-some-thousand to take care of it. I guess 100 should stop any violence doing downtown.
Bullshit.
Well, hey, they giving it.
They're giving it. I mean, take it. But
hey,
it's money not coming out of the Flint budget, so
yeah.
For once, I'm all right with it. Contract Sonitrol Great Lakes installation and monitoring security systems, McKinley Center, Haskell Center football field.
Yeah, they got to put them security cameras over there. They got to protect their investment.
Well, they're looking to throw in not to exceed $132,625.56 to install security systems and monitoring devices at the McKinley Center and Haskell Center's football field. The installation will include cameras that will be integrated into the city's existing system and monitoring services for 1 year.
I like what they doing. They finna bring a football field to the hood. Maybe that could go along with, hold up. If the new high school finna have a football field, what do they need a football field over there at Haskell's for? If it's just gonna be one high school.
Who knows? Maybe they're looking at bringing in an amateur team.
I'm just wondering. Let me see what. Good morning, Carol Kincaid. She says covered events are going to be those events that have permits, and when the city fails to recognize a permit request as issued, then there will be no coverage. Wow,
That's
shaking her
100%
head.
right there, Carol.
Facts.
Just like they
Oh,
did with Jed.
yeah.
He applied for the permit and they denied him or held it up, whichever one of the three. Or sorry, Jed. One of the three, and then they tried charging him with an illegal protest or however they want to do it.
But that's the BS though, Trevor, because just say like you might not be liked by an administration. Oh, practice field is a football.
That was a
practice
question,
field.
like maybe, but I mean,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
would
yeah.
you use an entirely different field to practice on than the field you already have? Why
that's
double up your expenditure?
That's what I'm looking at, because with the new high school at the football field, and I'm looking at over at Houston Stadium, the old Northwestern, they have a football field over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Northern got a football field,
They
tennis
got
court.
football fields every which way.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But it's like, if you're only gonna have one high school, I'm just trying to make it make sense. I don't know. Maybe it's for the middle school. Maybe the middle school gonna have their own football field.
But wouldn't the schools be covering that and not the city?
Hey, Trevor, you're asking too many questions now.
All right, but yeah,
now you're gonna get us in trouble.
To go on with what Carol had said.
Mm-hmm.
If the administration don't like you, they won't process your paperwork.
That's
what happened to me a few times. Like when I went and registered my firearms with the city of Flint, they didn't process the paperwork and send it up to state. I could have been arrested and hit with a civil charge, being underneath misdemeanor, for carrying an unregistered firearm. Wow. And then they would have taken away my CPW. So, yeah, like if they don't like you, they won't process your paperwork. Before I left and I found out that none of my firearms had been registered, I went to the sheriff's department and said, hey, I need these registered. The city of Flint screwed up. She goes, yeah, I hear certain people have that problem. Weird.
Now, how is you able? See, that's what I'm saying. How is you able to use your position
to punish your political opponents?
Oh, facts. Because that's what Liddell was doing to her neighbor when she went over on that bridge. And that's a bad thing. You know, people, I would never do nothing like that. But if you go over somebody, you pay for a certain amount, you go over. That's bad business.
Man, it's bad business. And then she refused to pay any of the amount. Like, hey, I spent $120. You said I could spend $70. Technically, I owe you $120. Instead, you get a big fat zero and then threats of police.
Oh, no. Send them over there. Allegedly.
That was for blight. Remember what she had said, though, several times in council. If this did happen, then you're also putting her at risk for selling food stamps. So you break the law, and now you're threatening to call the cops on the person that you broke the law with, because knowing that nothing's going to happen to you.
Liddell a gangster. She a gangster. I'm telling you, when people act like they street, I call them real gangsters. When you can play in the streets and go get the police, shit, you win.
Yeah, that's some old school mafia shit. That's some Al Capone shit.
Yeah, you
Al
win.
Capone could, the St. Valentine's Day massacre, line some dudes up against the wall and gun them down, and then the cops are looking at the guys that got gunned down like they're the
Hey, Alan,
aggressors.
Facts. And with that crew he had up there. Good morning, Denise Cousins. Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Yeah, I'm just telling you, look, man, I mean, I ain't never seen people that can dox you. They don't get in trouble. Cuss pastors out. Then the people that support them, like, well, sometimes you got to cuss the pastor out. I'm like, yeah, they didn't just, they didn't blew this whole thing up for me.
Look, to me, the cussing the pastor out is her playing both sides of the line, right? Like, I'll cuss a pastor out if I think he's doing wrong. Don't get me wrong, guys. However, I'm also not at church every week trying to proclaim that I'm a person of God.
You heard?
I keep to my own business. I don't try to do that hypocritical, oh, no, it's okay if I do it. It's not okay if you do it. No, if you're going to be in church, you need to be showing some respect to the men of the cloth, men and women. You know,
Yeah. So what we at on the next one, Trevor?
we are at 250408T. I don't even know what the T on the back end stands for, but contract Genesee Health System Flint recast community-based mindfulness trainings again. Resolution resolving that appropriate city officials hereby authorized to award recast funding to enter into a contract with Genesee Health Systems for a 12-month grant period, September 30th, 2025 through September 29th, 2026. Total amount not to exceed an additional $146,898 for services relating to year 5 of the Flint recast program, including increase use of the mobile mental health clinic. Has anyone seen that thing running around? I'm pretty sure.
It's a mobile health clinic rolling around.
Mental health clinic.
Mental.
I guess if you're having problems, you can just stop on in and talk to somebody, but I ain't seen that rolling around. Providing mental health first aid training for first responders and community leaders. I haven't seen that work. Providing support related to careers in mental health for Flint youth and spotlighting careers in emergency response. Yeah, I had 2 kids go through various high school programs in Flint, and none of them got any support for behavioral health. I hate calling it mental health, but behavioral health careers. They never got talked to about it at all. So I want to know what the hell's going on here.
You think that's some friends, brothers, and in-laws type deal?
For $146,000, you're damn right.
Oh, okay. Allegedly.
No, I mean, I think what I think.
Yep.
There's no alleged there. I think it. Now, I can't prove it. Let me see. Note, Genesee Health System will enter a performance-based contract over the duration of the grant program. This is year 5. I want to see the outcomes for the previous 4 years. I want to see statistics. I want to see numbers. I want to see number of people helped. I want to see number of students that they've helped encourage go into the behavioral health field. I want to see how many first responders have been able to talk down or work through a behavioral health crisis.
You want to see some numbers.
Damn right I want to see some numbers. If you're talking about numbers with a dollar sign in front of it, I want to see outcome numbers.
You want to see results, percentages.
Look, I've got friends and family in this chat right now that live in Flint. I got friends and family in this chat right now that live in Michigan. That's their dollars going towards something, and I want to make sure they're not getting ripped off. So, yeah, no, I want to see exactly what this has done, and then I want them, the people asking for this grant, to not validate, justify their numbers in response to the cash, right? How many people have been helped and or saved due to this program? If it's one person, is in the context of a city, is one person worth, how much was it? $146,000. Whereas that $146,000 could be put toward people's clean drinking water.
Yeah.
Preventing cancer. Actually, I just found out I lost my drill sergeant from basic training to cancer recently. Flint, having a rash of cancer so bad that they're setting up a cancer cluster study from a government fuck up, could probably use some of these resources in that field. But, you know, maybe I'm just overreaching. Who knows? Let me see. Next one, 250409. Contract Trio Paint. Give me a second here. I know that they've been paid before.
Yeah.
I've got the spreadsheet. Trio Paint's received quite a bit of money before. Resolution resolving the proper city officials upon the city council's approval are hereby authorized to do all things necessary.
Hold up. You check this out right here, Trevor.
Yeah,
I'm looking at what Mark said. So they brought the mobile unit in without an approved contract. Which line item is this in the budget?
So this is apparently year 5 of the contract for services relating to year 5.
Have anybody seen a mobile unit?
That's what I'm saying, because apparently this doesn't go from the city of Flint's budget. It goes from the recast program. But I have not seen a mobile behavioral health clinic rolling around. mind you, I've only lived here for a year, so that's 4 years, 3 years living in Flint that I didn't see that thing. I hadn't heard of it. So where's it hanging out?
What's up, Raphael? Thank you for tapping in. Raphael Bird in the. I mean, this some of the questions I think the people on council should be asking, and they probably will. I'm not gonna say they not. We're gonna see tonight.
Carolyn, I'll agree with you. There's a massive behavioral health crisis in Flint. A lot of it having to do with post-traumatic stress disorder from the water. You know, something that gives life. People are terrified of in Flint. However, I don't see it actually moving through properly.
Oh, well,
the Taylor Life Center has been doing a lot of reach out. I trust Taylor Life Center over some people I've never heard of that are now asking for basically $150,000 if we include the previous amount, damn near $300,000, a third of $1 million.
Well, Zachary Harrison just tapped in. He said the Genesee Health System Mobile Health Unit.
Okay. Is that the behavioral health one? And if so,
I would like to know. I don't know, but I'm glad you did put gave a name to it.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Thank you. I haven't. I mean, but if I listen, I don't know. I don't know how many people have been. Let me see. Right here, Carol Kincaid said they have mobile units in the beginning or water crisis. Did not see them accepting many for treatment then.
Oh, you have to have this very specific problem that we are barely adequate to start treating. And oh yeah, you have to be a friend of a friend of a friend. Anyway, let's jump on back to Trio here. Enter into a contract with Trio Paint for various facility upgrades and not to exceed general contracting services for a grand total not to exceed $150,000 for fiscal year 2026. That started July 1st, 25. And it'll end June 30th, 26. Note, Division of Purchases and Supplies solicited proposals for general contracting services as requested by Facilities Maintenance Division for a 3-year period from 23 to 25 with the option to extend an additional year, 26. And Trio Paint was the sole bidder for the solicitation. Sole bidder, that kind of reminds me of 2022, the vehicle purchasing thing that Quincy pointed out. Weird.
Good morning, Charlotte Burr. Hold on. We had a response. Zachary Harrison said Flint Recast program aims to assist high-risk youth and families by supporting the recovery and rebuilding of Flint's vibrant community through resilience and equity taken from Recast. He took it from the page. You sap sucker, Zach.
No, that's exactly what we need. Use their own words. Now that they've stated that is their mission, their mission statement, I want to see their outcomes. Because if you've only got like maybe 50 people and this is year 5, you're an abject failure. You need to start refunding fucking money.
Well, Mark Hutchinson said this may be small, but it is not. Trio Paint is not located in Flint. Aren't there people in Flint to do this work? Flint money should stay in Flint. Well,
look, I worked for my, how do I put this? My wife's sister's ex-boyfriend in contracting in Flint for a little while. He lives in Flint. I'm pretty sure Medisha Construction could use the work, $150K. And taking a look at the work that Trio did, I know Marcus could do a hell of a lot better. Oh, Marcus is an anal retentive asshole. The dude's OCD about everything. If you want decent work for an a fair price, get a hold of Medisha Construction. And now I'm going to call him up and tell him I gave him some advertising, so he needs to send Mickey $50. Ain't no free advertising here. He is muted, throwing a fit right now.
You said you seen Trio work. I forgot I was muted.
Yeah, we've stepped into those city council chambers. The things weren't square. You're supposed to have a straight edge, but it goes, wait. We've seen those grates on that old radiator system. Man, those things have edges sharp enough to cut a teenager. Come on now.
Man, yeah.
I mean, you see what's supposed to be evenly spaced patterns, and they're like overlapping, or you got like a 2-foot space. And Trio Paint isn't all that great, guys. Like, if you're paying this amount of money for that kind of work, you pretty much hosed yourself.
You think it's gonna pass?
Oh, I know it's going to pass.
Okay.
FBI is FBI.
Facts.
Let me see. Carol Kincaid. Yes, we do have excellent local painters. And yes, using out of city needs to be questioned. Like I said, I can name one off the top of my head, Medesia. And I know the man who owns it is a stellar fucking worker. And I know that there are several other companies around Flint that Marcus used to have to compete with because they were just as good and just as fair with pricing. So why did they go to an outside? And how far and why did they put these proposals out? Did you make it a public thing? Did you put it on the city website? Did you put it in the local papers? Did you even reach out to places, or did you just quietly put it out and only one person knew to look because they were tipped off? Your open bidding process isn't really open bidding.
Oh, yeah. You can call it in a questionable.
I mean, hell, back in 22 when you and I first started, Quincy brought that up. And then he quietly said it can wait till after the election. But myself, Wentus, AC Dumas, we all reached out to several car dealerships in the area, inside and outside of Flint, and none of them heard anything about the bid. I even got a hold of several of their large marketing directors, like, hey, did you hear anything about this? Oh, no, but I would love to. Well, terrific. I'm not a representative of the city of Flint. You got hosed, buddy.
It's wrong.
Let me see. We went to that. Let us go to 250410T. Contract Greater Flint Health Coalition. Once again, Flint Recast Program Evaluation. Resolution resolving that the appropriate city officials are hereby authorized to award recast funding to enter into a contract with the Greater Health Coalition for the 12-month grant period for September 30th, 2025 through September 29th, 2026. Which, why are we voting for something in December that should have been done in September? All right, whatever.
Well,
It's the inefficiency of Flint City Council, I understand. I'm just... When you have a deadline and you don't meet the deadline, it drives me nuts. This one is for a new amount not to exceed $475,836.00 for services relating to year 5 of the Flint Recast Program. How many of these contracts are they doing for like one service related?
Who running recast?
Yeah, if we can find someone to see who's in charge of this recast thing. Including implementation oversight of the following: select strong and recast program staff, planning, execution, administration of the Strong Summit, distribution of sponsorship dollars, in quotations, to designated community organizers. Distribution of sponsorship dollars to designated community organizers and organizations. I can already name 4 activists in Flint that are going to be jumping for those dollars.
Hey, hold up. Hold up. Run that by me again.
Part of this resolution is to give recast money for an administration of a Strong Summit, which I guess is an abbreviation for, a whole word salad, but also distribution of sponsorship dollars. And I love how they put that in quotes. It basically just telling us in plain language and hiding it a little bit of graft and payoff dollars. Anyway, to designated community organizations.
So who all got nonprofits? Finna get some of that.
Right? Who's stepping up right now?
I don't even.
Hey, I'm pretty sure the Made Institute's on that one too.
Oh my!
Anyone want to make a bet?
I ain't even finna go back through it.
And the Power Initiative Program. Note, the Greater Flint Health Coalition will enter into a performance-based MOU over the duration of the grant program, providing implementation serve as the neutral convener of the Flint Recast Community Advisory Board, and coordinate integration and collaboration with
Hey, Trevor.
community partners. What's up?
Wendy said, where you get the agenda? She just got them.
I just typed it into my web browser, and it brought me to the city of Flint. Do you want me to send them to you?
No, she said she just got
Oh, she just got them? Yeah, I just typed it in, and it took me to them. I should actually have that site bookmarked. But, I mean, take a look at that. And once again, into a performance-based MOU. Okay, so if this is something, this is the 5th year that it's happening, right? I want to see what organizations got money prior and what their outcomes were, what they did with the money, and how it actually positively impacted the community, and give me a head count. I want to know how many human beings, not how many potential and the synergistic knock-on effect. No, I want to know direct impact. How many people benefited from this?
And how much money is they getting to split?
It's not telling us the exact distribution of sponsorship dollars here. They are asking for an overall for this one $475,836.
And that's to split it amongst how many?
Don't know. And we don't even know if all of that's going to it. They may just be splitting $50,000 between a few organizations. It doesn't break it down for us whatsoever. So, you know, Mrs. Burns, Ms. Jerry Winfrey Carter, Mr. Pfeiffer, Mr. Jarrett, here are some questions for you guys to be asking tonight. Please follow up with it. I know some of you may be all about the hearts and minds and the feels, but you got a city you're responsible for. And you need to be seeing how these dollars are impacting the community. And the direct result, you have to see how many heads are actually being taken care of here. Because they're going to feed you a line of bullshit. They're going to feed you a long line of bullshit about synergistic knock-on effects and how helping one is going to help 12. I want to know how many of them ones first. And then second, you got to find out if any of the other council members have any knock-on effects from this. Say Sarvis Park might be one of those community organizations, or Made Institute.
Who over the money?
Hey, Alan Lynch. Who do you think I learned from? Man, I came into this game a brand new babe, and I watched that man enough. I gotta ask these questions.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see if they're gonna ask it.
Let's see, Denise, quote, I read a comment on a post that was made by Be Light Restoration, Blight. Okay, that led me to Restoration Warehouse. Restoration Warehouse has bought a store on Court Street this week. Anyone heard of it? I have not. That might be something for us to look into. If anyone's got any information, you know our emails and you know how to get a hold of us. Let's go with the next one. Reliant Fire Apparatus of Michigan. This is 250411. Purpose of Pierce Pumper Fire Apparatus. Resolution resolving that division of purposes and supplies is hereby authorized to purchase. Order to Reliant Fire Apparatus, Michigan, the purchase of a pumper fire apparatus in an amount not to exceed $909,658. Note, the Flint City Council approved the purchase of the pumper fire apparatus through Resolution 230075 on March 13th, 2023. And due to delays in equipment delivery, manufacturing, and customization options, the delivery is planned to take place in fiscal year 2026. Therefore, the fire department is requesting this funding for 2026. Okay, if it is already approved, then just reapprove it. And with so many people setting fires, not naming names, the Flint Fire Department does need some help with some equipment right now. There's a lot going on, right?
Shit, with all the technology they got, they should see who doing this shit. Let's be honest.
Flint resiliency in communities after stress and trauma recast. Thank you, Zach. Zach is going down the rabbit hole on this one. Doing a lot of work.
Oh, well, here you go right here. Mark Hutchison said Flint's recast first two names that appear are Lottie Ferguson and Shameless. Any money going to Genesee Health is going to the county, and Flint money leaving the city.
I'm sorry. Look, if you're tied in with the government, Flint government, and you come up with an organization to take more money from Flint government, I mean that should be a red flag to anyone sensible. And once again, I say Flint is not a real place. Obviously, it's real, but goddamn, you have some people acting like it's Gotham.
Man, this is. I mean, listen. I don't.
Am I wrong?
No, I'm not saying. Listen, man. I'm trying to make sense of it. But go ahead to the next one. I'll wait till we done.
Oh, our favorite topic: reallocation of ARPA funds for St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church Community Outreach Center. Resolution resolving that the appropriate city officials are hereby authorized to do all things necessary, including executing any necessary agreements to appropriate $25,000 in funding minus any expenses already incurred to St. Mark's Missionary Baptist for the Community Outreach Center. Before the funds are spent, the City of Flint's ARPA Administration Compliance Implementation Firm shall review and ensure compliance with the latest U.S. Department of Treasury final rules. Ernst & Young.
I gotta see this.
You gotta see
why is they steady giving that man? You think it's gonna pass?
Yeah.
Okay, well that should pass. Yeah, because there's other people's stuff tied into that.
Yeah, but yeah. Then we've got possible referrals from Special Affairs, grant extension budget amendment for 2022 BJA fiscal year 2022 Office of Justice Programs Community-Based Violence and Intervention and Prevention Initiative, the CPI or CVIPI through September 30th, 2026. Guys, violence in Flint is skyrocketing. I think this is a failed program. I think that grant extension needs to be turned down. There needs to be new programs that actually work. Well, Lottie no longer works for the city, but what about Shameless? Anyway, sorry, that was in response to wonderful 810 host Wintis Hall. Yeah, violence is still exploding in the city of Flint. I don't think this program's working.
I mean,
we can hope, and yes, I do believe community does need to be involved with violence prevention, but however these guys are approaching it, just doesn't seem to be working.
Man, they just another way spending money the wrong way. I'm looking at Carol Kincaid. She said minus any expenses is a broad, not well-defined stroke against St. Mark's. The way he studied, he got such a thing for St. Mark's is unreal. Do I think 9 of them going to show up tonight? I don't know.
No. I read somewhere up there, and mind you, this is our chat saying it, so don't hit me with the lawsuit. That wards 1 and 2 are already off on holiday vacation together. We are literally seeing millions of dollars spent without question. But this little $25K for food is somehow controversial, Neely telling you he really don't like you.
Winters, they're not going to get none of that. They're going to play this out to the whole year.
I mean, they're going to hold that until the end of the meeting.
Ain't going to break.
Yeah, they're going to break probably about, I want to say, right before St. Mark's.
I believe, in my humble opinion, I believe Liddell gonna come into 2026 as the president. In my humble opinion.
I really wish this was like Twitch, where we could have channel points for people to gamble. It's not cash, it's nothing like that, but you can use channel points for certain redeems like sound effects or X, Y, and Z.
Right.
I wish YouTube would do that.
Yeah,
so we could have people. Will Liddell come into 2026 as, you know?
You want to do a poll?
Oh, I'll be doing that.
You can do a poll right now.
On tonight other than editing.
No, I'm saying a poll right now. If you want to do a poll, do you think Liddell gonna come into 2026 as president? Oh, you can save it for tonight.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah,
it
you
for
can save it for
tonight.
tonight. Lavender, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, they all still here until the 17th. And then they break. And well, I'm gonna say this. What should Lavender say? Good. I don't understand why would. I can tell you why he not. Why ain't nobody? Shit, he got that hookup.
And
When you cool with the mayor,
which is I still have to fall back to Liddell wanting that she had a house in another state, and it's not her fault that other people can afford it. She's probably going to sit there, go on vacation wherever she damn well feels, and then go, well, it's not my fault you can't afford to go on vacation early. You know how she is, and she might be taking someone with her. Just saying. Oh, Mickey's looking some stuff up.
No, I was just on my phone looking at something because I'm trying to watch the other chat. I can watch the phone, see the comments on this side.
I mean, I see the phone comments in here, though.
Yeah.
The phone side ain't talking too much.
I know. That's why I just like to look at both of them.
Liddell, I don't think, is giving up the presidency for free. And the other four ain't voting for Candace. If Liddell gives it up, she's got something for it. That's coming from our wonderful Mr. Mark Hutchinson.
And I agree with it. But I do believe she going to play this out. Oh, you got two more, huh?
Two more what? Oh, yeah, these are just introduction first readings.
Yeah.
One playing with the zoning map has been requested by Flint Commerce Center 2, LLC, RZ 2401, to change zoning of 7.5 acres of property located at 2525 Industrial Avenue. The ordinance shall become effective 7 days after the publication in newspaper of general circulation in the city of Flint. Wondering what they want to rezone to and what for. And then we got a first reading, maybe referred from special affairs. That's the personnel and working conditions in holidays.
So there is for the vote on that joker.
Well, it's apparently a first reading. We'll see what happens.
I don't know why they doing it. To me, you can take off when you want to take off, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I mean, hell. And now they're trying to get paid holiday.
That's what's gangster. It's like they want to be paid.
You're not hourly. Like what? Are you just going to receive extra pay around holiday time? Like you're salaried. It's not like you're putting in any extra or any less work. And why the fuck do you need a vacation? You work what? Twice a month? You go to 4 times a month.
Four
you go
times
to
a month.
2 council meetings and 2 affairs meetings.
And they have
committee meetings.
Man, this is why I can't take this serious, man.
And the city of Flint's already fucking bleeding money, and you want them to bleed more on your worthless ass?
They do.
Get fucked.
This is. But who running the money though? Somebody got to be checking the books. This is getting
no one's
crazy.
Checking the books. Judy's already said she hasn't been keeping up with her spreadsheet, and then you got your CFO. The man couldn't tell his ass from the hole in the ground. No one is checking the books.
That's why
they're running that like a teenager with a fucking credit card, dude.
That's why voting matters. See, to me, they doing. That's what I'm saying. A lot of stuff that they doing, everybody in on it.
Right here. Winters has got the point. Is the money in the budget, and how many employees does it affect? Those are 2 viable, concrete questions, because at the end of the day, they have viable, concrete answers. If you cannot give those fucking answers, the money don't need to go there.
They spending money like you said, a kid with a credit card.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not their money that they're spending.
Facts.
They're literally making it their life's work to spend as much of other people's money as humanly possible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm telling people, y'all better get up off them couches and go vote. But what's so sad, who do you trust?
Y'all wanting to run better get up off them couches and start making yourself known. Look, I'm not here to fucking push or support no one. I've been burned too many times by saying, yeah, I like this person, I support this person. and then they turn into a snake or they get elected and they're just money hungry. So I'm staying out of it. I'm just going to say what I see. I'm not going to say if I like anyone, because honestly, I'm not going to like anyone, period. Not anymore. And then however Flint votes. And then when they get in that seat, it's the hot seat. Be prepared. Get some thick skin.
Listen, listen, man, I don't know, because you can say, listen, only one group we didn't fall out with, and that was Miss Beverly Biggs.
Yep. But
one. Everybody else is one.
How many have we sat there and we pushed and we basically did everything but pull them across the line ourselves, and then they sabotage themselves or they decide to throw fists with us? Like, all right, you know what? If you're running, you're on your own.
That's what I'm gonna tell you. And voting matters. So I tell the people, you better look at who you get with and get out. Because if you like what you get, what you got now, don't come crying. To me, a lot of the ones who like from that first, second, third, fourth, and that seventh, they selfish. And I do believe sometimes council people need to be selfish, but what I mean selfish for your ward. When you're trying to get stuff done for your ward. I'm not mad at you fighting for your ward, but when I'm seeing you got people in your ward crying about, they not crying, they come asking for help and you don't help them, you selfish. You selfish for yourself. Like, you got your house done. And I'm not saying, because I ain't never been by the councilwoman house in the second nor the third, but just to hear the stuff, the alleged stuff in the streets, y'all done got y'all house, the siding done, roof done. Some people got fences done. Some got driveways done. I'm just saying allegedly, because I haven't been by nobody crib. But to hear that these people, and then when they asking y'all to help them, and you don't want to put money in to help people, but y'all getting y'all stuff done, that's diabolical right there, man. That's what they say. That's crazy work.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a capitalist. I will always be a capitalist. But government money is meant for the betterment of the people. It is a community resource. And if you're just using it on yourself or your friends and you don't see improvements to the community, then you've already done fucked up as custodian of that money. People have to pay taxes by violence. Literally, you don't pay taxes. Some men with guns come and take you away to a place, and if you resist, you might end up in a pine box. They steal money from you, armed robbery. If that money's not coming back to you in one way or another to fix your fucking roads, fix your fucking pipes, maybe lower crime, maybe, I don't know, prevent fires, or at least fight the fires that a lot of people are just sitting there because you haven't removed the fucking blight, there might be a damned issue.
I agree with you, Denise. I see what you're saying. To me, it's just, I look at it like it's just, man, you dealing with people who out for themselves. It's like when Liddell came out and said she can't have it, she had. I don't care if you do got two houses. You don't supposed to say it.
And you're not supposed to flaunt it.
And
it's not my fault you can't afford to.
But see, that's how out of touch that she is with, like, she a council person. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give 21 this when he said, he said they've been taking money, but he said they did give a little. They did try to give some for, back in the day. Right now, you got nothing but greedy people. That's even right. when you see, because they might help 2 or 3 of their friends in that ward. You will have people coming out, oh, it's work being done. But you got other people saying,
everyone's got a damn cell phone.
Yeah.
Take a damn picture. Show us the work.
Yeah, but what I did learn, and this is what I feel like the government doing when Rivet came, Congresswoman Rivet, let me put respect on her name, District 8. When she came, it was, to me, they talking about, oh, the money finna be coming out. It's like, y'all want to take the distraction off, oh, y'all money coming, because people really finna think they finna get some life-changing money. It might be some who do get some money, but it's only going to be maybe 2-3% really going to see some money out of this.
Right here, from our friend Mark. Flint has unlimited money. There is so much money that is not even accounted for. The why, just know it's there. It's fascinating. Add up how much money just got spent this month What? It's only the 8th of the month. How much just got fucking? Are they looking at spending tonight?
Yeah.
Unlimited money.
Look at what Alan said. Mays died fighting for home improvement along with Mrs. Claire. So voters must remember those who fight against home improvement for residents. They not though.
And yet the second May's passed, we see all these initiatives come up. Oh, a lottery to fix your roof, a lottery to fix your siding, a lottery to fix your pipes. Oh, well, we did it. And May's name won't be attached to it. You are one of the few that will remember Mays as fighting for home improvement, because it isn't what you said, it's that what gets done is remembered. And unfortunately, they blocked him to prevent it from getting done until he passed.
You see what Mark Hutchinson just did. Flint is 50% investor-owned housing. There is a tax on out-of-town owners that is not collected. During budget hearing, the director said we haven't collected it, and council said, okay, Flint has money. Why would council say okay?
Because a few of them got some friends from those out-of-town investors.
That's what I mean. All you gotta do is just go look at it. When we're going back to the same stuff. FBI.
I can speak about our landlord from the studio. He doesn't wait for them to try to collect. He goes and does it himself because he's on the outs with Neely. He knows he'll get slapped, right? So it's the ones that don't feel pressured, that don't feel afraid of not paying, that aren't paying. The ones that know that, hey, if I fall on the wrong side, if I do one little thing outside, they will hit me, they will fine me, they will jail me. And it's that friends, brothers, and in-laws. It's just in this case, it's in terms of not getting paid, but not paying and being able to be outside the law if you damn well please.
Deb G, thank you for tapping in. 8176.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm just saying how I'm looking at it is like, just being honest. It's just saying it like, dude, to me, like even with this water thing, why you think they pay to quiet people? Do people really understanding this? This was paid for people to be quiet.
Bought off your activists.
They pay even your politicians. They pay. Why you think they looking at that 626 should be enough? Then you see what
politicians. I will always give the benefit of the doubt in terms of they are crooked. If I see a politician, I first think they are crooked. An activist, though, until I had gotten into the deep of Flint and its politics, I used to think activists were always for the people, right? You know, that's how it came to me. People putting their time and money up to help improve the lives of their fellow man. Until I got into the politics of Flint and I see how much of a money game that shit is. That's why I don't trust 501c3s. I don't trust activists. I never have and now never will trust a politician.
Yeah.
And that's just a small scale. That's city. Take a look at that. I mean, imagine what your federal, we all look at federal pretty hard, but take a look at your state. Who has been looking at state races lately? I mean, hard.
Look at Deb G. Appreciate all of you. Would not be easy, but need a forensic audit to bring it out.
I've been calling for that since 2022. I called the state comptroller, and they said they can do nothing about it.
All of this misspending. Yeah. But just think about when you had the DDA. When you got, just think about, you got a person like Liddell, the councilwoman from the 2nd Ward. And I ain't saying she ain't the only one, but she was leading the charge.
She's a very good example of the right. She's not the only example.
But what they thought she was going to vote to not get a DDA that money when they saw what the former lady had done and didn't even care. Oh, they got it cleaned up. Not to even doing an investigation.
You want to know what went through her mind? As soon as I'm off this council, I'm going to try to get on there.
Yeah.
I want that money.
Like it's like when you see them, when you see even the finance shit, you ain't looked at the books and for damn near a year really. She ought to be locked up in prison. Key threw away.
So
I'm just
didn't we hear her say earlier this year she had not looked at the books since September of 24?
Yeah, and we headed to 26. That's it, man. That right there is crazy work.
I'm keeping better track of the books from fucking Florida than the finance chair and the CFO. There's a damned issue.
Yeah, and you don't know what money coming. I'm just saying when you see this, they always find money. Remember what's up, Michael Cooley? He said, good from that's my good brother for my Mississippi people and tapped in. Good morning, Greenwood, Mississippi, 662. Keep pressure on Davina. Davina, so the Davina is like right now scandalous, allegedly. That I mean, scandalous.
You could imagine though, with how scandalous she is, she can get a better wig.
I'm gonna say this for her to her, she in on it. I can't people. When the first ward voted for her in, for Miss Beverly Biggs in, and Davina and Candace sabotaged Miss Biggs from being voted in that seat.
From being appointed, yeah. Where Davina didn't mark it down, she waited, and then about a minute later, Candace starts screaming, change your vote, your vote.
And just go back. I'll give you another one. Let's just go back to another one.
I mean, she even counted off the results.
Yeah, with
5, 4, Beverly Biggs.
Yeah,
4,
and
4,
stop.
Whatever.
Yeah, and stop. And then when you go look at, because she was in her count, when you stop from there, go to this right here with them slips, the speaker slips. You only set 5 out there, and then for her to have to call in into that meeting I was at, because they called her up, her to justify it, because the councilwoman out the 4th ward threw their asses up under the bus. She threw, and Tommy was there from the mayor office, and she looked like y'all better get it together. Davina said to administrate, like the council leadership, and this what I don't understand with the councilwoman in the 4th ward. You part of the leadership of city council, the president, vice president, finance chair. This is why I say a lot of them, they put up in there, they put people in who only knew how to steal, allegedly. Because they didn't put nobody who really knew how to think. They didn't broke so many laws. And what's so crazy that the city attorney be going along with the BS. Man. Not all the time. Every blue moon, they break away on one.
Man, I tell you what. I would honestly be tempted to steal 2 of those slips tonight. Go print off a couple dozen copies and bring them into the next meeting and stack them there.
I ain't doing that.
What are you going to do to me? I'm just giving my fellow people the chance to speak. You got an issue? All right, we can take it up with the OMA.
Shit, I wouldn't deal with it because you got to go to their court system. They know the judges. Did you just see a woman got a year probation?
They're give me a fine. I will pay that fine, and then I will turn around, go into state court, and fucking sue them. I'm not going to Genesee County Court.
No, that's what they're going to send it to. You're going to go there first.
Yeah, I will pay that fine. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, you're going to fine me what? $50, $250? Here you go.
Knowing this dude, it might be a law overnight says 100,000. I'm just saying, this is the type of stuff that you're playing with.
That's perfectly fine because that goes into the cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, oh shit, they doing that.
I will fucking play that game. And then if I have to pay a $250 fine, guess what? I'm coming in with fucking boxes of pennies. I'm coming in with what? It's $50 per box of rolled pennies. So 8, 9 boxes of pennies, and they can sit there and count them. I don't care. It's a legal tender. You can fucking deal with it.
No, I done seen people do something. I saw some entertainment.
I'm a petty bitch.
I'm just, when you see it, but I'm just saying, just look at Delegate Sandy. Her and her daughter got a year probation.
Mm-hmm. And that was for what is it?
Did they really disturb the peace? Or did Davina was playing the game and didn't call it? Yeah. And was
disorderly conduct? And no, like they should be appealing the shit out of that. Granted, when you appeal it, that's a burden of money on you that you may not be able to afford. I fully understand that, right?
Yeah.
But if it's within your means, I'd appeal the hell out of it.
I just ain't got the time to trust them, like going down there. Because you can already see, like that. To me,
I wrap those pennies, but guess what? I could put 49 into each sleeve. You're still gonna have to sit there and count. Have fun.
I just look at it like, being honest with you, it's like you get in their system, man. They're gonna play the game, and that's what they do. Anytime you can see the judge, you can got the DA. You know what I'm saying? Or you getting help from the governor. You know what I'm saying? Attorney General, man. It's too much.
There's a principle called malicious compliance. And I would be running that sideways. Like, okay, I must pay this fine. I will maliciously comply to the letter of that. It doesn't have to be check. It doesn't have to be money order. Oh, I can do straight cash. Okay, here's pennies. Okay. Well, my next thing. What are you going to do? Now you are stopping me from helping my fellow citizens with their First Amendment right. So now we're going to go to court, and I'm going to hit you with an OMA, and I'm going to hit you with a First Amendment violation. And then if you want to try to make it more than $250, I'm going to hit you with a cruel and unusual punishment violation. I am going to drain you of all your resources. I'm not suing the city. I'm suing you in your personal capacity.
Hey, yeah, I see what you're saying, Marche Tarver. She said they took a plea deal, so there's no appeal. I would have taken it all the way. Some don't want to even play that game.
Man, because when you take that plea deal, and honestly, once again, I can't blame them.
Yeah.
Means and efforts, right? Whatever you're willing to sink into it, and they have jobs. Mind you, I'm retired, so I've got nothing but time to fuck around. I'd write it all the way. Like, prove that I was disorderly. Hey, I put in my slip. I had a right to speak. Now they removed me by force from something I had a right to speak at, guaranteed by my First Amendment right, followed up by the Open Meetings Act, and then I followed procedures. And they still took away my right to speak. So we can play this criminal case, and then when I'm exonerated from this criminal case, we're going into a civil case.
No, and I think that's what they banking on. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they banking on. That's why when you be hearing Kansas, people just want to sue the city. No. If you quit doing illegal shit, don't nobody want to sue. What's up, my good brother Marcus Fielder?
If you stop fucking around, people are going to stop helping you find out, right?
Yeah.
That's the simplest principle. Okay, you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. You can change fuck with anything else. You don't try to rob me, I don't try to rob you. You don't try to hurt me, I don't try to harm you. So when you start playing these games with me, I'm going to start playing games with you. You want to play with the legal system because you're in government? That's fine. I'm going to appeal to higher forms of that legal system to come down and crush you like the fucking bug you are. Fuck it. Hell, I will use my veteran status if I have to. Oh, now you're messing with a disabled person. Now you're messing with a protected class. All right. I will have all the fun in the world. And you know that there are lawyers lining up.
Yeah.
I mean, Republican lawyers want to punish a Democrat city. I'll jump on them. You have money chasing lawyers that just want a quick paycheck. I will go line up with them. Veteran lawyers that just want to make a point. I will go run with them. I've got games to play.
I ain't got time to play with them like that.
That's because you work.
Yeah, nah, I mean, yeah, but I ain't got time because you know what I'm saying? Don't you see they trying to lock Jed ass up? Sandy them got offered probation and they took it. Jed, he took his to another one, but he's still in court. That's what I'm saying. It's just different things. I just ain't gonna roll the dice like that. Me,
I get you. I understand.
Yeah. I don't want to roll the dice. They might
I'm not going to knock anyone for their personal choice on this. I'm just saying that would be my personal choice. I don't like being messed with. You know, I moved out here to the middle of the woods because I don't like being messed with. When I was living in Flint, it was a constant barrage of bullshit from the city government to these city workers to, for whatever reason, I had to pay to repair my own sidewalk. To whatever reason, when I went to legally register my guns, that paperwork got lost. I don't like being messed with. So if it came to me in front of a judge, you know I'm going to be playing some games. I'm going to be acting an asshole. And I'm going to use every card in my deck.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what T saying. I wonder how many lawsuits and PPOs has happened under this administration. I'm looking at Mark Hutchins.
At least 10 PPOs from the first ward.
I would bet. I said I would bet a fair amount that the alternative to the plea was jail, and that changes everything. The county treats Flint like Mississippi in 1950. That's why I'm telling you that I ain't got time to be running down there like my uncle used to tell me. And I'm gonna use frankly what he said. You'll fuck around, get lost in the system. And that's what I be trying not. You get in their system and they play games. They been did this. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? I could just tell you what they do to us. Talking about black folks. You get caught up in that system. You know how many people go look at the one dude Jay-Z did, what was some Browder that got that time. They gave, and then he shouldn't even been doing that time. I think he ended up committing suicide when they sent him to jail. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just
I would play the cards in my deck. I'm not.
It will
I'm
work.
not in that 1950s.
Yeah, no, but see, your deck, it'll work. Our deck, when he said 1950, we just gonna be honest. If you sending a black man up there to that, I don't care. We're gonna get treated different. And that's a proven fact. This ain't nothing to be playing with or nothing.
One dude of my skin color, one dude of my persuasion, slamming that system back.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Set a precedent where a lot less would be likely to happen to someone of your skin color. Yeah. That's why I'd be willing to play that game, because the people of Flint, you know, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian, you know, whether you're from the Middle East, you're still my fucking neighbors. I still gotta love you, which means I gotta take a stand when I can.
Yeah, no, you're right. Listen, I get it. That's why I understood why they wanted you to sit down there to go challenge them with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
I understood when they put what's the name when they went to Melissa Mays. I understood it. I don't mean it was right, but I get it. But that's just how the system is. When you have to go get other people to go, you have to take some time, somebody look like them to fight the system. But to me, we should have the same right too. I should be able to go do this and that. But it's just a game when you give you an example. Look at Lapeer and they see their residency. Come to Flint, what the attorney general do? It's on Davina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to tell you, like when they do that, this is where it get rough at. This is where it really get rough at when you like I say, and that's why I'm so frustrated with some of the council, how they sick the police on the residents.
Yeah, and it's especially heinous because, like, if the roles reversed, right, they'd be crying the same thing. They'd be in the same suit. Like me, I'm probably going to get harassed a little bit less. I'll be 100% honest. I think we can all agree on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, say, Liddell, African-American woman, the cops ain't going to be as nice to her if she ain't on that seat. But she's willing to put you through it, knowing what happens. A little weird, right?
I mean, it's to me, it's just like, it's messed up. And it seems like we get to see it every day. That's my humble opinion.
Oh, Wentis, that was me typing. I'm trying not to break the conversation.
Yeah,
But yeah, like, so no, it does take every once in a while I don't want to call myself good looking, but a somewhat professional, non-scraggy, hippie looking white dude to stand up, push back a little bit, and to buy some breathing room for your neighbors. That's why I started coming on to 810. Like, okay, I know I'm going to take some heat. I know I'm going to take heat from family. I still do. I still try to mitigate it a bit, but I still do. I knew I was going to take heat from the city government. I knew I was going to take heat from the county government. But every once in a while, that did buy us a little bit of breathing room. Like, hey, are we really going to go ham on this vet who hasn't broken a fucking law? Are we really going to go on this guy who's got an honorable discharge, you know, a combat tour, you know, honorable service, as well as, in a sense, community activism without breaking a law? Are we really going to hit him with everything? Usually not. Usually not. Which sometimes I feel like it did buy us a little bit of breathing room, especially in this fight for clean water, especially in this fight for removing blight and fixing Flint for our neighbors. I mean, just take a look at all the work.
Good morning, Michelle Pfeiffer.
No, good morning. But yeah, take a look at all the work Wentis and Mickey have done. And there have been times they stuck their necks out, and you know what? They've bought a lot of breathing room for the residents of Flint to be able to speak their minds and bring their grievances out. Sometimes it does take someone to take a stand and say, hey, no, this is enough. This is bullshit.
Good morning, Cicero. No, I mean, it is what it is, and that's what, like, I try to. It's just like, you gotta hope. I'm gonna go back and say it again. Hope you vote the right people in.
Yeah, you got to stop voting for people that are just looking for a reason to lock you up because you disagree with them. You're going to have to find someone that has some thick skin and can sit there and take criticism. Even if you don't like them, I mean, someone who is willing to sit there and take the criticism over someone you like that is willing to throw the cops at another person, that might be worth weighing your vote in.
You see what Denise Cousins said, anyone here in Genesee County that has ever tried to bring a lawsuit against someone in law enforcement or government will tell you don't do it unless you have hella money. You see, she put hella money on there. You will be in it for life. I know that the top, they can go, they have you tied up in so many and so much. Even if you is a millionaire, they'll break you.
I know when I get that that permanent injunction, that permanent, hey, you can't do that, they're going to appeal and it's going to go to the next level and the next level. At the same time, as long as these lawyers are willing to, and I know what they're doing, right? They're using Flint as a doorway to get into other cities as such. As long as they have that goal and they're willing to represent me, I'm fine with it. Because in my mind, going to Flint City Council, especially downtown, especially when they don't let out till 2 a.m., and so many, older women are leaving council about that time because they stay for the entire meeting. And now they're going out into downtown Flint where somehow a lot of the crime happens, even though they invest so much money into it. I'd prefer them to be armed, right? That's just a small thing. Another thing is just giving the city of Flint a black eye. Makes me happy to do that.
Yeah, I'm looking at what Book of Revelations. I hear you, Book. But people, you got to understand, people are so, I ain't going to say just people, but the way this government, this administration, I'm going to speak on Flint, the way this administration, people have been tuned off. Like I said, the mayor that made the right people be able to get some money where a person can say, see, they got it. You know what I'm saying? Who got a little name or a little clout running with them. So people will be thinking,
Maid Institute?
No, I ain't gonna say. I won't talk about them. I'm talking about people around here, like certain people who got their houses done. There's some residents who got their houses did.
Mm-hmm.
It's some
maybe
residents,
a few unaffiliated, but majority happen to be affiliated.
That's the point I'm making. So, but you can see what person say, no, I got mines did. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna always probably have one. To be honest with you, he could afford to do 9 houses, and what I mean by that, one in every ward. That could have been not part of the friends, brothers, and in-laws. And they can say, this can happen for you. But look at all the red tape you got to go through. You damn near got to be caught up on your taxes. Water bill got to be caught up. Your tricking bill got to be caught up. They want to know what your wife doing. If you giving money to your kids, like all this got to be, they want to know all of this they want.
They want to know your income.
Yeah,
like,
they
what the fuck is my income? Hold up. I make X amount a year, and you think that you can tell me how I'm supposed to spend that? No.
Yeah.
I've got X bill, Y bill. Oh, and there's the FU bill. It's none of your damn business. Either you're going to do it or you're not. Right? Oh, you're just trying to do it for the people who can't. Well, the city of Flint fucked up a lot of people's homes. And in my opinion, whether the people can afford to do it or not, it's the city of Flint's responsibility to unfuck it.
Yeah.
That old rule, when you go to Walmart, you break it, you buy it. That should apply for everything in life. Hey, you walk by, you smash up my car.
I'm just saying, this what he doing. He knowing all the red tape they putting on there. So many people will be disqualified. This just the same thing with the water. They approved 26,000. That for this round is going 26,000 have been approved. Hell, man, over 100,000 was poison. Like, how do y'all can sit up
and
there
the
and
IRS wants to reach his grubby little fingers in there and pick up 36% of the interest on it?
They never had no intentions on the people getting. Listen, man, and that's what is sad. But if people realize they bringing out their big guns, you had Dana Nessel down here last month. Last month you just had that was Attorney General. You just had your District 8 Congresswoman. Kristen McDonald-Rivet. She was just down here. Do you understand? They bringing out the big guns. The mayor was there when Dana Nessel was here. He sent Tommy from his office down here to represent him. They knowing that's some BS. Like, to me, it was like, and I didn't like the rhetoric that she was coming, because she made it political. Trump is in office and the Republicans doing this. Well, you had 4 years to get it straight up under Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Was it an issue then? See, that's what I dislike, because it ain't like Trump, but I'm just being honest. I'll be looking at it like this: where the Democrats ain't doing nothing, that's a Democratic city. You got a Democratic state. You got a governor. Gretchen Whitmer, she got the term out, and y'all ain't get it fixed then. So how you gonna put pressure on a new governor that's finna come in? He gonna be looking at it. You don't think he gonna get the same playbook? We got to say the water's safe.
I think the best course of action is keep putting pressure on it until someone caves. I mean,
who gonna cave?
It goes on long enough and becomes enough of an embarrassment, someone will eventually. Now, that's a different problem, right? Like, eventually is a long fucking time. And that is a long fucking time to be dealing with these things.
Because what they at right now with this thing, how long it's been going on? Over
11
a decade,
years.
right? 11 years. And that's what I'm saying. There go another 11 years. Let me see what Kenneth said. Kenneth said the initial settlement was set up for 80,000 people and amounts of money were given in the plan. The math ain't mathing. That's what I'm saying. I know I signed. I'm in Flint. I know I signed up for it. I ain't heard nothing. They be sending it for the kids. I don't
have
even
my
trip
wife
off.
call my daughter after the show and see if there's any mail with our name on it and her name. Make sure she opens it up. Hey, if there's a check there, you're running to the bank, kiddo. You're depositing that like time now. I doubt it, but if it is, it is. 25,000 people accepted so far, so a quarter of the people affected. And 1 in 4 chances ain't bad at getting something. Now, should it be a hell of a lot more? Of course. That is a life-changing, altering experience.
Trevor, how much money is they really going to get? Let's be
honest. $1,000 per child and no more than $800 for the house itself. Adults, I think, with medical problems were not considered. And property damage was, but people's wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. They took it down. What was it, from 80,000? Knocked 26 off of 80,000. How many thousand people got put off there in the 70%? Mm-hmm. At least 60%, because that ain't 50%. 26 from 80 is what? 64.
Yeah, so you're looking at.
No, it's 54.
Little over, I want to say like 27 to like 29%.
They knocked off then if over 50-some-thousand people. And ain't nobody saying nothing about that got disqualified. And then out of that, you might, and I like what she gonna say, oh, the money would be gone once everybody get paid. I won't be nothing left over. Bullshit. What do you mean? I'm telling you what she said. This is what
she fucking lied, because part of what
she said all the money was allocated to the people. So there won't be no money left over.
She lied because a part of the lawsuit was setting money aside for the forgotten victims, the kids who moved out and want to come back later and receive payment.
Trevor,
she lied. I know what she said. I know what you were telling me she said. Yeah. I know that she fucking lied.
Yeah, it's on tape.
I mean, shit, a lot of things these people say is on tape and they'll deny it later.
I'm watching it. I sat up there, was like, damn. Like, and this is what, but guess what didn't get brought up? That the water was still bad. That didn't get brought up. That the water is still bad.
I just received word that Palaca, Florida just got hit with action levels of lead.
Hey, check this out. Allegedly, some of the levels is going up. That's what I would see. That was what said after it was over with. When people they were sitting around talking after we was walking out, they went to saying, "Well, we've been hearing the levels are going up."
Yeah, because they didn't take lasting precautions. They only replaced a few of the mains.
And this allegedly, I'm gonna put that allegedly for you, Kenneth, just to save you. Lead blood test came up missing at certain hospitals. No records found. If you don't think this was a massive high, all you gotta do is go look. So many people was in on this thing to cover this up, and I think you still got some of them same players who trying to cover the stuff they did. Some of them look like me and Trevor. This white and black who played this game. White and black who played this game. Why you think they would have gave $100 million to the unconcerned pastors and Miss Melissa Mays them, and they knew wasn't going to be no more water pods was going to be taken away, and they had us going on there fighting to say bring the water pods back, and they knew the water pods was gone. This was a deal that they negotiated for.
$95 million that they fucking received was to keep water pods running as well after the city had cut it off, and they didn't. Remember that? But hey, Kenneth just brought up a good question for me, and I decided to type it in. Now, I didn't get the exact result I wanted, but it did bring up a new and exciting problem. Where is my Google? Right here. I typed in Flint lead blood level test results missing. AI overview. Flint's lead crisis involved missing or problematic blood lead test, with residents suspecting inaccurate capillary draws, in other words, surface level blood from your just skin deep, or venous samples taken too late after the water switch, leading to underestimation of true exposure, especially since lead levels peaked early, but testing lagged, leaving many children's results missing or unreliable for determining full impact. A situation exasperated by general testing gaps nationwide. This comes from Reuters, Underdark Magazine, and Chemical and Engineering News, three actually well-respected sources in the field.
That's what I'm saying. That's why when you go back and look on Jordan Sheraton, when you go back and look, that's what, good morning, Deborah Thompson. That's what blows my mind when you got these people in. The closest you can get was from Neely's side was Candace the 7. I wouldn't drink this water without a filter on it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Underestimated exposure. Many children likely experienced higher lead levels than their official test results showed, impacting brain development, learning, and attention. Ongoing health concerns. Even years later, at this point, 11 years later, families face challenges understanding the full scope of damage and ensuring proper follow-up care, as detailed in this Underdark Magazine article.
Man, it's more. Hold on, let me go here. I got 80 minus 2. That's what I'm saying. 54,000 people and some change. Then gonna be. It's impossible if you had 626 million, and you mean to tell me if you knocked off 54,000 and some change people off, how you mean that 626 million is getting broke down like that?
100% lies. All the money's gone bullshit.
Yeah.
And right here, I feel sorry for meat freaks because they're telling him the same fucking lines that they gave the folks in Flint. They're playing by the same playbook. Just run your water for a few minutes. Are you fucking stupid? Don't cook with it. I know they said, you can cook with it. Don't cook with it. You cannot boil lead out of water. Lead is heavier than water. Water will evaporate. Lead will stay in your pan. Right? Listen to the folks of Flint. Go and buy water from Walmart. Cook with that. Drink that. You can't do much for your personal hygiene, but you know what? You can mitigate still. Use bottled water to brush your teeth. Use bottled water to wash your face at night. Things like that.
That's why I'm not like, and watch who you vote in.
Like, take your lessons from Flint. As the Greeks used to say, learning from others' mistakes is wisdom.
Yeah, because what you don't
learn from the mistakes the city of Flint made, especially in the lies and the fucked up procedures they told the residents to use, and just follow what the residents did and spread the word. Like, hey, running your water for a few minutes ain't going to make it potable. You are still running a major risk of hurting your kids if you do that. Hell, yourself 20 years down the road when those lead levels decide, okay, now it's time to come out of the bones and go attack the liver. You don't want to go out by cancer. Mickey, how many? I know this is a personal subject, but how many people do you know this year, just this year alone, that cancer?
It's enough. People
enough.
from here know. I'm looking at this. What Kenneth said. Just look at the interest that was made off the money. The interest. Ain't nobody saying, "What's up, Sarah P in the building?" The interest that they made off.
Oh, somebody said something about it. The fucking lawyers wanted a chunk of that too. And now the IRS wants 36% of whatever that interest is that's going to the residents.
In facts, and Trevor, that's Michelle Smith. Good morning, Michelle, aka Ann.
Do not buy Dasani.
And she said, and do we know where the bottled water coming from, buying from the stores?
Do not buy Dasani. Dasani and Coke plants, Coca-Cola bottling plants, just uses tap water. What I would say is when you go to Walmart, look for osmosis or reverse osmosis. Both of those. No, not spring.
Not just spring water's good.
Yeah, but you have to trust the ground it's coming out of. I don't. I prefer osmosis or reverse osmosis. Either or, it leaves behind the contaminants and all you get is pure water, usually through evaporation, and they just take that evaporate condensate because water will boil off before most other things.
You right about that, Kenneth. I got a feeling the EPA suit will be a giveaway to 501c3s for services we will never see.
And that's one thing I'd love to see. Folks, rise up once again, take it to court. And when it comes to settlement, like however it is, say, no, we as residents, we don't want any third parties. We don't want any nonprofits, none of that. We want just as residents to be receiving this money because we cannot trust all the nonprofits. And then go ahead and show the court proof of all the nonprofit shady dealings in Flint. I mean, granted, you'll probably get shot down, but then it's on record. So later down the road, you can always point back and say, see, and you might be able to appeal off of that.
I'll say it again.
Sometimes it takes more than a decade of planning.
No, it's gonna take down there 5 or 6 years to get Flint out of this hole. This ain't no.
I'm talking about just legal processes. Yeah. I'm not talking about the actual fix. The actual fix should have been done. You know what? I'll be generous and say should have been finished 8 years ago.
Nah,
I'm a little bit of work from the Army Corps of Engineers could have gotten that done.
That goes back to the president. That's why you see so many on Neely's side fighting to do a water test. Oh. That's why, and I say it again.
Back to now 3 presidents. You've got Trump twice, you've got Biden, and you've got Obama.
Mm-hmm.
But it also goes back to 2 governors, because Snyder could have just said, hey, Michigan Army National Guard, you have a Corps of Engineers, and you guys specialize in disaster relief, seeing as you're the Michigan National Guard. Get in there and replace those fucking pipes. Snyder didn't, and Gremlin didn't. Both parties failed here. This isn't just on one person. This is a continual cascade of failures that has not just affected 1, but 4 generations so far. Because you're looking further down the line where a lot of these issues are going to pop up in future generations.
Hey, Kenneth, I agree with you. Well, you got any last say so, Trevor? Because we out of here and I got to get ready to bounce.
And I'm going to have some fun turning this into shorts. It's going to be a long, long day. I saw a question, when's Trevor's rant coming back? When we can afford to hire an editor. I've been busy on the back end quite a bit. You'll see 2 different types of shorts coming out. One of them is pre-generated. It's the Nightly Nip. I've got those running until mid-January. And then my handmade ones are coming soon. They just take a lot more work. I need to get a hold of my fellow co-host for all the shows and see what colors they'd like their text to be, their captions to be. Just stick with us, guys. It's a long fight. We've got so many fights and so many discussions to have. We're coming into 26 in just what, Mick? 23 days?
23, exactly.
23 days. We've already had a long fight for the past 3-4 years now. We got another decade left, and it's nice to see you guys here with us.
And thank y'all for tapping in this morning. We'll be back. Council start at 4:30. It'll be on at 4 o'clock. I'll be here to start it up if, or Trevor have it up, but it will be up.
I mean, if nothing else, if we start up at 4, then we can have a little pregame talk, get some polls out of the way, see how people are feeling, and see who's going to be right, who's going to be wrong, and then just get into the nitty gritty and take ourselves off the screen.
Yeah.
However that goes, it could be you and me, it could be you and Wintus. However it goes, we'll see what goes on.
Yeah. Peace, family.
Later.
Stream.